Hello, friends. Welcome to Look and Live. You are now here with Pastor James Devallon, and this is another reaction video. What we're going to be talking about today is Kanye West interview with Piers Morgan. Friends, this was a very insightful one where Kanye West was led to apologize for a recent tweet that he put out. Um, Here is the tweet. I'm going to try to read this. I am a bit sleepy tonight, Kanye wrote a couple days ago. When I woke up, I'm going DEF CON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can be anti Semitic because black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. These were the words of Kanye West, and some people took an issue with that, and he was banned on Twitter, um, and he was called anti-Semitic as a result of that tweet. I'm not necessarily sure where you guys stand when it comes to that. Was he deserved to be banned because of these words? I don't know. Comment below. I am somewhat against censorship. I think sometimes it goes way too far, but I do also believe you got to be careful with the things you say. Okay, your words matter. All right, your words do matter, but at the same time, it's like I have mixed emotion about some of this stuff. It's all about who's controlling who and the reasons why certain speech are being controlled. And I also notice a lot of entertainers, they don't get controlled, at least not when they're entertaining people. So how about we get into this video now? Let's listen to Kanye West having this discussion with Piers Morgan, and then we gonna pause and comment along the way. Let's listen thoroughly to what is being said here.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen.
To the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying.
You can't.
I think you don't understand
me.
the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God! God forbid one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about black people.
Okay, why does...
All right. No one is...
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify...
it's almost in a better place.
Well, one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism... It is racism when you say I'm going deaf for Jewish people.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago, but we're here today. There's been plenty of conversations and commentary since that, but you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah, here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Well, why don't you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong? Can we do that deal?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking
I
everyone
understand
up.
what you're
and my
saying.
tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. La, la, la. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that. You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I didn't.
Tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel that we've grown. Do you feel we've grown?
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people. And I was hurt. Yeah.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in when you crossed the line. I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now. And say to those families that are hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it in not like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into this, but I think this interview was somewhat decent. I mean, the back and forth seems to happen all the time on Piers Morgan's show. I listened to a whole discussion with Andrew Tate. I thought that was just horrible. But the one with Jordan Peterson was somewhat decent. The one with Kanye West, I guess he's trying to get Kanye West to realize what he did wrong here. And again, if Kanye West feels the need to apologize, he should. And I think by all means, our words do matter. We certainly have to be careful with the things that we say about certain people. Even when you go to the Bible speaks loudly against, words that comes out of people's mouth. There's so much said about scripture, about the word. It tells you how you got to control your tongue. There's life and death in your tongue. You have, you can build or destroy. But does that necessarily mean it's okay to cancel someone, especially this cancel culture? Does that mean because a person says something that wasn't nice, do we automatically just get rid of them? And I think that's kind of where my issue lies. It's just we cancel what we want to cancel and let go of what we want to let go. So to me, that's kind of where the issue is for me. But one thing is true, though. You got to be careful with the things you say, period. It's just the right thing to do. As a human being. I'm not sure where you stand when it comes to Kanye West and the things he said about Jewish people. Do you feel like this was anti-Semitic? Kinda, but it's a lot of things said about a lot of people. And I'm not sure where I take a stand on that particularly, because I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have said that. Maybe not the way you did. And it's good that he owned it. He owned it. He apologized, which was great. I appreciate Kanye West for doing that. Sometimes we say things, hurt people. Sometimes we say things we're not supposed to be saying. And if it does have an impact on somebody else, it's causing pain to another person, we have to take into consideration the pain that the words have, or doing to the person, the pain that we have inflicted through the words that we spoke. And unfortunately, we live in a world today that there's a lot of hurt people, there's a lot of people that are sensitive. I think some of us are too sensitive to an extent to be, but nevertheless, it's just it's also good to curtail our language. I think it's just the right thing to do as a human being. So here we are. Here's what the Bible says in Colossians 4, verse 5. Conduct yourselves with wisdom toward outsiders. I like my King James version. Let me get my King James version. Walk with wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So there is this call to walk with wisdom. You know, do things however you want to, because other people are listening. They will latch onto your words and use that against you. So the Christian counsel is you gotta work with wisdom. You know, don't be foolish and rash with your words. Don't do that. It tells you let your speech always with grace. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer every man. So the idea is um, you have to have gracious words. Your words got to be seasoned, so it has to have good taste, and also you got to know how to answer every man. Unfortunately, Kanye West was under a difficult pressure here because he had to confront himself as a Christian man. It's okay. Sometimes we say things we're not supposed to be saying. That happens in life. Own it. Uh, make the apology. Learn from it. I do think sometimes Kanye West says a little bit more than he needs to say. He reacts a little bit more. He's a little bit impulsive with his words, and he doesn't think through the consequences. Sometimes some people are like that. You know, it's not a very good thing. You have to a little bit take the time to reason from cause to effect before you say the things that you say, because other people are listening, and it does have an impact on people. I don't let's not take it lightly. Words are powerful, but I still have an issue with canceling people and you know just removing their accounts and so on. I have an issue with that. I still don't think that solves really anything. I think the conversation like this, like with Piers Morgan had with him, that was the way to address that. Just bring it to the attention of the person and allow them to examine themselves and take that back is the right thing to do. And that's the kind of stuff that needs to be taking place more often. That's my thought and perspective on that. I need you to like and subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I'm using my Restream account here. It's not as it's very different. So make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell icon for more notification uploads as well. So where do you take a stand on that? I want to read your comments below. Let's get in touch in the comment box. Till next time, remember to look unto Jesus, live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.